Dr. Harry van der Avort, it was business as usual at the RIVM polio laboratory on one autumn day in 1992. But then he got a phone call.
It happened on a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, but there is possibly a case of polio. There's a 14-year-old guy not vaccinated with paralysis in both legs, and they think it's polio.
The boy was from this town, one of many in the so-called Bible Belt of the Netherlands, an area where some members of the Orthodox Church have long refused vaccination, and several 100,000 are at risk of diseases like polio.
After 2 days, we were very happy to show that the 3 younger brothers and sisters of the patients were infected with the polio virus.
Harry wasn't happy the siblings were infected with polio, but he was happy the laboratory systems he had in place were working. The ability to diagnose polio meant the country and the world could mount a response.
We went to WHO and immediately said, be aware that people in Canada and the United States know also that there is an epidemic in the Netherlands.
In 1978, a polio outbreak in the Orthodox Dutch community spread to Canada and the United States, showing how quickly the virus could travel, infect, and paralyze people who weren't vaccinated. In 1992, Canada and the US investigated immediately.
No patients, but the virus was found in the non-vaccinated population and Amish population in Canada. And again, by molecular methods, we could show that it was exactly the same virus that was going around in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, the 1992 outbreak turned deadly.
A complete epidemic with 71 patients in the end, which is a lot. And 2 of the patients died actually also, which is tragic.
Vaccination coverage in the Netherlands was and remains high, but the health authorities knew some Orthodox Dutch would never vaccinate, so they began regular sampling of sewage from high-risk communities in the Bible Belt.
Where we took sewage samples outside when there was no polio epidemic, but we used that as a surveillance tool to monitor and to prove that there was no silent circulation of the polio virus in that group.
There has been no polio in the Netherlands since 1993, but as long as there is polio in the world, those who aren't vaccinated remain at risk.
The only way, it's sort of a paradox, that you can protect the Netherlands from polio is eradicating it from the rest of the world.